Good morning. I slept on the faux braid last night. I left the tees in. Some of you might think that's terrible. It was the most comfortable hairstyle I've had in a really, really long time. I usually wear a bun right here and it started to hurt. So this was great for me and no breakage, no nothing. But let's get started on this hairstyle. Get your hairband, your bobby pins, clips, a brush, dry shampoo, and a mirror. Oh yes. Scissors if you feel comfortable enough to cut out those things, and let's get started.
Pull it apart at the very bottom to start with, and then you're going to pull each side until the rubber band goes to the very end. And as you can see, no hair got pulled out in this process. And then tug it out gently until you're all done. Work it out, and then we're going to brush. Yes, we're going to brush. Except for the tees in the back, we're leaving that. We're just going to smooth out any of the tangles. Then we're going to put our dry shampoo in with our brush. This is just baby powder, guys, in case you haven't seen my other videos. I'm going to use a brush to get some control. It's an e.l.f. brush from Target for $1, total face brush. Make sure to get the back even on top of the tees. Work your fingers into it. And now we're going to dance around and listen to music while we add some moisture into the ends of our hair, because mine get dry for some reason. Not always, but specifically this time. And just run it from mid-shaft to the end and dance, have a dance party all by yourself. Oh god, those ends. Obviously I need some more. Now I'm going to add more dry shampoo that's... oh my gosh, what's happening? You don't do this in the bathroom by yourself, you. Anyways, we're going to split it into small parts and spray it at the roots. You don't have to do this, I just felt the extra volume and texture would be nice for the style. I'm checking the roots to make sure it's all dried up and there's no dry shampoo left. Using a little bit of a brush just in case there is, turning them all around. Alright, again smoothing it, making sure it's all nice and putty. Smoothing that top part because you want to make sure it looks nice as it falls back into the chignon. As clearly, I'm ready now. So I'm going to get that headband, and you want it to be super tight against your head. Leave a little bit of a part out in the front and make sure it's as far down, almost at the very base of your skull and the top of your neck. I'm checking to make sure I like the way it looks in the front. Now, I have a double-stranded headband, so I have to pull the pieces that I left in the front out to make sure there's not a weird bump in between the two strands. Now I'm going to take my first piece, I'm going to pull the headband away from the hair and push it down. This prevents it from getting tangled at the head with the hair that's above the headband. I'm going to take a second strand, wrap it around behind my ear, make sure it's nice and snug. I don't like it to be super poofy. Pull out, as always, a hair in front of the ear and loosen it at the crown. Make sure on the side, the same thing as before, that it's not bumpy or weird in between the two. Smooth it out just a touch and pick your first strand. I always do 2 around the face, just makes it easier. Pull it away from the scalp and push it down. Use your finger to slide it underneath and keep the hair above as smooth as possible. This is really poofy and I don't like it, so I'm going to have to tighten that hair that I just pulled around the headband and pull it down towards my ear. Then I'm going to take the next piece of hair, the one behind my ear, do the same thing. Pull the headband away from the scalp. With the other hand, pull it through and under. Oops, I messed it up. It's okay, don't worry, don't freak out. Pull it down, tighten it. Again, the strand that you're pulling on is the one that you just wrapped around the headband. That's how you tighten it. Then carefully pull a piece in front of your ear and keep looking at it, keep messing with it till you're satisfied and that it feels very, very secure. I'm pretty satisfied with it. I pull a little bit more in the front and I push my hair to the back. Let's turn around and see what we're doing back here. Pull a 1/2 inch section of hair. The right hand is going to hold the band and tuck the hair underneath. The left hand is going to pull it all the way through. I know that sounds confusing, but the video is actually easier than the verbal explanation. Different technique. We're going to pull the hair away. The right hand's going to hold it, the left hand's going to hold the hairband, and the right hand's going to pull the hair through. Okay, last time, right hand holds the band and tucks. The left hand pulls it all the way through. Right hand grabs a piece of hair, right hand holds the headband, right hand tucks a small portion to get started, left hand pulls it all the way through. Do this until you can no longer wrap and there's no more room. Then tighten the pieces that are loose by tugging on them gently and tucking them underneath and then pulling the ponytail at the base to tighten. Keep messing with it until you are satisfied. I'm satisfied at this point. And now we're going to take this whole entire piece, wrap it around your fingers. If your hair is longer, it's obviously going to have more rolls. And push it against your scalp. This is the part that's going to hold the bun there as well as hold the headband in place all day long. So roll it as big or as small as you want it. Get your bobby pins, bumpy side down, and push it onto the side opening of the roll and on top of the headband. crisscross the bobby pins, this is going to make it super secure and comfortable all day. All these little random pieces you can bobby pin in as you see fit, as you can see here. And then last but not least, use a relatively medium to strong hold hairspray to make sure that this stays all day long. I think it's super cute, and it stayed like this, and it gave me beautiful curls at the end of the day. You can look at my Instagram and go see.
It actually looks cuter in person than it does in the camera. I don't know why that is, but this is the finished product, and I actually have to go to work in about 8 minutes. So I'm going to clean up this disaster, and I'll see you guys tomorrow.